How's it going, everybody? How's it going, everybody? I finally back doing some more streaming. I had meant to play a game last week, but really didn't want to start anything new, considering that Final Fantasy game was coming out soon. So, and I didn't play yesterday because I couldn't figure out what game I was gonna just like play a game or whatever, but I couldn't really figure out what game I wanted to play. But tonight, because my Final Fantasy should be downloading tonight. Hopefully, it won't take too long. But I figured, I'd just play one of my games that I already have, and just play that until Final Fantasy is ready to play, and then I'll stream that once it's done. Like I said, I've already started this game, but I still relatively in the beginning of it, close to the beginning anyway. But I figured I'd play this for a little while. Like I said, just until Final Fantasy is ready to go. The game's pretty fun. I don't know if any of you, how many of you've played it. I'm sure you guys have either played it or watched some of the videos, but it reminds me a bit of an older game that I really liked playing called Psyops, which is you have psychokinetic abilities and all this other stuff. And this one kind of runs along a slightly similar vein, although this one's more nuanced and like noirish, I guess you could say, whereas Psyops was a little bit more upfront. Soldier in amnesia finds out he's part of some psychokinetic experiment or whatever, and gets all these powers because he was training to be a super soldier for, government organization or this organization and all that stuff. So, but let's do some playing. I might change the game up a little bit in the middle. Play this for a little bit, maybe play another game for a little bit. Like I said, my main goal though is when it's done, ready to go, I'm going to play Final Fantasy until basically I go to work tomorrow, if I can. But we'll see. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Now, this game's also a little bit different because you get a lot of different abilities from Psyops, honestly. But so far, I only got, like I said, I'm still in the beginning, or near the beginning. I have only a few different stats, a few different abilities. I'll show you once I get the game going. And 2 or 3 other different weapons. The weapon's an interesting idea, though. The multi-form gun is kind of an interesting idea. Whereas, you just basically change forms. Instead of having to get a bunch of guns, you basically have this one gun that changes shapes, which is kind of a neat idea. Let's see. Yeah, see, I'm still relatively in the beginning right now. I'm only in the maintenance section, looking to find a woman called Marshall, I believe. Let's see. Only have missions. I got a few of these board countermeasure things. It's basically like little achievement quests. I only have to kill one more of them. Oh wait, the abilities are over here. I know I have the launch ability, health, energy, launch, obviously the melee attack, pick up items, large items, shield ability finally. I just got that earlier today. And then I have the shield barrage ability. And there's a few other ones obviously on that list. But right now I'm trying to find a woman called Marshall. And I honestly, like, I know I've seen other people play. I don't have the, definitely don't have flight yet, that's for sure. Although I did fight an enemy that was flying, but I never got their ability because they ran away. I could pick them up. Oh, I did get the ability to pick up down large enemies, so that must be that. The next ability I do want to get is picking up large objects, though. That's another thing I liked in PsyOps. And I really, of all the games they should make a remake of, or at least let you play it on PS4 to download, is PsyOps. You get, basically, obviously you have telekinesis where you can lift up objects and stuff like that, but you can also pick up the enemies, like the guys and stuff, while they're still alive, and like, not if they're hurt or anything like that. You can actually go up to them, pick them up in the air, and your character obviously gets like guns and guns as well, and you can actually basically just hold them in the air and like fire off rounds into them, and then just throw them at another enemy. But you also got pyrokinesis. You also had mind control. What was the other ones? What was it? Astral projection. That's what it was. You can actually send your essence out and scout out the area, basically, to find out where things are. You could go through, I think you could go through certain walls to find out what's on the other side. What was it? What other things you got? Mind control. I already said that one. Although with mind control, you can get pretty bad. You can make them basically kill themselves, which is actually kind of sad to watch, because they're like, "Oh my God, no, don't do that!" And they'll be put a gun to their head, and their head will explode. What was the other thing you could do? Pyrokinesis, telekinesis, mind control, astral projection. Was there another one? I know you couldn't fly, like in this game. I know you get the ability to fly or float or whatever, but you could get your telekinesis. You could stand on a board or like a plank or a metal plate or whatever, and lift that up and basically put yourself into the air. It was a little harder to control because it was PS2 controls. So, you know, the physics weren't exactly high quality. It was still fun, but it wasn't, you know, wasn't huge or anything like that. But it was wicked fun being able to just the things you could get away with that game. And then you also had skins you got to unlock. Basically, every boss you fought, you got their skin as an outfit you can unlock. You can do mission select options to go back to old missions with new powers to figure out different areas, things like that. There was, but each of the bosses had like, basically what it was you'd run around and you'd beat these bosses and you get their abilities by not so much gaining their power, but unlocking your memories. Because like I said, your soldier has amnesia in the beginning. You don't know who you are. There's this lady that's trying to help you out to remember, and you unlock all these abilities. Because technically, by the end, you find out you actually have all these abilities already. It's just the people you fight help you unlock them by remembering. But the people that you fight have basically souped up versions of these abilities. So they, you know, like the telekinesis guy, he can lift very, very big objects. I think he throws a truck at you at one point, like an oil truck at one point. The pyrokinesis lady, she like basically can set the whole room on fire, essentially. What was the mind control guy? What did he do? I think he basically just messed up your controls or something like that. He didn't necessarily control you. He basically held you still for a little while so he could hit you and attack you. But after a while, obviously, you break free of the attack and all that. Astral projection guy, he was actually really interesting. He was a guy on life support, essentially, and he couldn't go anywhere. And he could project himself to influence things going on around him, essentially. He was like a... I know what I'm trying to think of, and I cannot think of what it's called. It's probably a movie or a character from a movie that's probably like that. But basically, he projected himself out of his body, and he got basically stuck out of his body, essentially. But you do run into him in his little hospital bed with all these like TVs that surround him and everything like that, and he's pretty messed up. But it's a wicked fun game. You also unlocked secret skins that weren't characters from the game. You could look like one of the soldiers. You could also get, I can't remember who made the game, but you got to unlock Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and I don't remember why. I think it was for beating the game on hard or something like that, but I don't remember. But yeah, for some reason you can unlock Scorpion from Mortal Kombat as a skin and run around in different missions with it. It wasn't an extremely long game, but it was definitely replayable. Just the things you can do with all the abilities are really fun. Telekinesis you have a lot more control over too than Psyops, because it wasn't necessarily just pulling things towards you like in this game right now. It was actually you could basically pick up objects, not just pull them towards you. You could pick up an object, you can raise it. It had a lot of puzzles in it that you could do as well. And you had to unlock certain areas with certain puzzles by moving blocks around, moving plates around, making bridges out of like long metal plates and things like that. But you could throw things, you can pick them up, like you can pick stuff up like in this, but you would pick it up, you could move it around, and you would essentially use the right analog stick to move it around. And if you left the analog stick moving while you were holding the button, you let go of the button, it flew off in that particular direction. You could throw it up, you could throw it down, you could throw it side to side. Actually, now that I'm thinking, it was very similar to the Force Unleashed games. If anybody's played that, it was very, very similar to that. I have no idea where I'm going, I'm too busy talking. It was very similar to that in the telekinesis aspect, in that you can move stuff around. You can, I don't think I have clearance for this yet. No, I don't. I have the level 3 clearance, I believe. But it was very, very similar in terms of controllability and things like that. Gameplay and controls and stuff. Where am I going? See, I'm trying to get into there, but I don't think that's where I need to go. I think I have to go in that section near the ventilation system, but I don't know how to get into there, honestly. I can't fly yet, so it's not like I can just do that. NSC control room, NSC energy converters. Don't know how to get into. I think that those ventilations are higher, but I can't get to them right now. I don't think, anyway. I went to the Black Rock Quarry, and that said it needed level 5 clearance, so I don't think that's it, but I don't think... Oh wait, no, I'm on floor 1. Floor 2? Yeah, floor 2. So I'm going up. Control room. Gotta be missing something. Okay, so I'm in this room right now. Alright. Which means... nothing to me, unfortunately. that's the control point for that. I already pressed that button, got the message from Trent, or Trench, sorry, not Trent, Trench. That's funny. Okay, there's the gate. It's not the right level, though. Because it doesn't go there. Gah. Places, too many places. Alright, so let's go up. Access corridor. Oh, I haven't been through here yet. That's new. New is good. Because new means I haven't been there yet. Which means information. Or just an extra room to break stuff in. And I do like breaking stuff. Wait. If I haven't been here... Oh, I did go in here before. I didn't open the door because I didn't have clearance, but I broke the glass. I forgot about that. Everything regenerates after a little while in this place too, so it's like really, really weird to know. I mean, unlocked doors stay unlocked, but you know, broken glass, broken objects, they all regenerate after a while. So I don't know exactly where I've been. Is that? Nope, that's clearance 5, and I don't have clearance for that. That does not help me. That does not help me either. Although I have been here, because I believe that leads back to the executive area. Talk to the leather lady, Emily, I think her name is. I'm terrible with names, so I'll probably say names wrong, just so everybody knows. I honestly do not remember names that well. Wouldn't matter anyway, I can't get through the door, so... Though, there are some broken windows. Oh, there are some breakable windows. And I don't see any bars on them, because there are some caged windows as well that you can't break. But I don't see them on that. No! There's no other way to get over there, is there? Nope. I don't have the ability to float yet, so... Control room. Okay, going through that way. Janitor's office and ventilation. The janitor guy is really weird. I think he's Serbian or something. There's that red light. See, that would lead to that aisle right there, yeah. That would lead to that, which is one of the areas I believe I need to go to. This is the control point. These weird places that I don't know how to beat either. These giant explosive fungus. The only reason I know that is because one of my little control point control board countermeasure missions is destroy fungus spores, so I'm assuming that's what those are. But I don't know how to cleanse these areas just yet. There's the glowy blue stuff, and there's dark red black stuff, and it looks like lightning goes through. And if I go through the area, it really hurts, I guess. It leads there, but I don't know how to get to there. Ow. Down and to the left. And it leads to the same room. That leads to the same room, just a different section of it. That's near the janitor's office, yeah. Which is not the way I want to go. See, there's a hallway up there that leads down to there, so, which is at that red door that I don't know how to open up. Does not help me at all. This just leads back to here. I don't think that attaches. There's no way to zoom in on that, is there? No. That needs clearance 4 also. Oh, and now I'm getting these major target executive events. It's basically little, I don't want to say fetch quests, but they're these go to this area and you do this little mission thing, and sometimes you don't beat it. And you don't get a second chance on them either. They're like basically one-time missions. They're like, hey, you got 20 minutes to do this. Go to pneumatics. That's in the executive area. Not dead letters, mailroom. You just fast travel over to there and get the mission. One of those, I believe, is kill certain targets. I think that's what that mission is. But we'll see. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I was just thinking about my Final Fantasy pre-order. The Last of Us 2 got basically delayed indefinitely, which sucks because I pre-ordered that a while ago. Actually, I should say my son pre-ordered it for me, who happens to be somehow, I don't know how he managed to do that because he's only 2, but he was on the he was playing with the controller or whatever while I was at work, and my wife called me. She was like, "Oh, by the way, your son pre-ordered a game for you." And then she told me which one it was. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. At least it's a game I like." And yeah, well, now it turns out they delayed it, and even the people apparently the people who pre-ordered it online on PSN are supposed to be getting refunds. But I checked my pre-order, and it's still on my queue saying 50 days till download. So maybe it just hasn't been processed yet. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, do this whole big life thing. It's just a big pain in the ass. But I mean the delay, not the life thing. But yeah, no, it just they delayed it, and they're not sure when it's going to be coming out, and now they're going to be getting rid of the downloads and all that stuff. Let's see. All right. Anyway, let's go kill some random people. For the purpose of our investigation. Pneumatics is north. Which is this way. But I'm really hoping they get a handle on what they have to do. Take their time, do things right, get it sorted, and hopefully they won't have to delay it for too long. Because I'm really looking forward to that game. I'm really hoping that they get everything else. I should have changed back my gun to the single shot instead of the spin, but I was trying to do that little side mission thing too, which I just completed, obviously. But I was trying to complete that, get that out of the way, and I keep forgetting about my shield ability, which is really annoying, because I keep forgetting I have it, and I can use it with the shield barrage thing. I can do more damage and hit them with it, basically, when I'm done using it. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to go back to somewhere. Power plant, furnace chamber, coolant pumps, pump station, furnace, blah blah blah. See, I don't have, what is it called? Research parapsychology. I don't have that on the map. Boardroom, director's office, mailroom, cafeteria, communications, dead letters, pneumatics, hotline, boardroom. Good job. It's got to be in see, I don't think it's in maintenance. I think it's go to... See, I talked to the girl. She already told me everything she knows, but she didn't say anything about where to go, other than giving me the research mission. Alright, so... Yeah, I already talked to her.
All I need to do is be part of the solution.
Ooh, level 3. Because I have clearance level 3 now. Cool. America overnight results. Oops. I've basically been just recycling these level 1 abilities that I haven't been using right now anyway. Yeah, so it's missions. Oh yeah, I finished that one. Duh. At least let me keep that. His agents. Yeah, this is definitely helpful because those little side mission things, they tell you to kill his agent or tell you to kill his guard or something like that. And they look relatively similar other than a few minor changes. Like, you know, the Hiss guards, that mission I just completed was kill Hiss guards in the executive area with the spin weapon, which is the machine gun essentially. And I didn't know there was a difference between the Hiss guards and the Hiss agents and everything like that. Or not the Hiss agents, but the, what are they? Rangers. Yeah, Hiss guards and Hiss rangers, to me, they kind of look similar because I didn't really pay attention to the way they looked and everything. But yeah, I was just looking through them and just like, yeah, they all kind of look the same. So I'm just killing everybody and killing them however. And it's like, no, you have to kill this specific guy with this specific ability. Good stuff. Weapon mods full. Alright, weapon mods are full. So I'll get rid of fire. I'd rather have accuracy, personally. Damage to armor, meh. I can always get level 2s on these things. doesn't help me. And I can't upgrade that yet because I don't have the choice to upgrade it. Even to control point, it doesn't give me that ability yet. Is this right? Jukebox. I have not been here yet. Which is odd, considering. Oh, and I can't use my abilities. Even better. Let's see. Sector elevator. There is a button. Wow. How did I not notice this? I was fast traveling so much I didn't even bother to use the elevator. Alright, well, I'll go to research then. Idiot. Wow. Occam's razor. Alright. I'm going to have to remember that elevator. I was looking all around the maintenance area to see if it could lead me to the research center, and apparently it's just on a different floor. There we go. Time for some story stuff. Central research. Federal Bureau of Control, Central Research. Parapsychology is downstairs. Ooh, flying people. See, I've fought these guys before. They didn't give me the flying. Ow! Instinctively trying to press square to reload, but I don't have to reload, I just have to wait. And square changes the weapon types. Case file, emergency call summary. Oh, another thing, intrusive pattern, cool. Case files. Everything's redacted. And multimedia. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Bleh. Forgot about those. Ah. Loadout stuff. Spin grouping efficiency. Weapon armor damage. Oh, 62%. Jeez. Grouping efficiency, exclusive to spin. Yes, I already have 15%. If I had a secondary mod on this thing that upgrade, then I would definitely take that. But I don't. Not yet, anyway. The one weird thing about this game is they don't really explain a whole lot of this stuff, like what all these little items do and like the little upgrade items. A lot of this stuff isn't really explained very well. Not that it really matters, but is that 21%? Holy crap. That's a prime mod. I'll take it. I mean, it might be in the collectibles, like research and stuff like that, but reports, research, control points, home save thresholds, technological restrictions. It's kind of mostly about people and case files, correspondence, multimedia hotline, correspondence. Non-official book club, clog complaint. Yeah, did you know that part of being a psychokinetic master is unclogging large pipes of shit? Isn't that fun? Irish? Does it say Irish? I think that says Irish. Anyway. Use thing to make other thing better. That's all that really matters. Neat. They're like balloons. It's weird. All these little floaty people. Earlier in the game she was trying to fix one of them and they kind of disintegrated. So now I just call them Agent Balloons. I do like the fact that after down to a certain amount of health you can actually float. That's pretty cool. Friend back. Aha! His sniper. Nice. Another research information. And I probably won't read. I don't mind reading some lore every now and then and stuff like that, but if it's too long or if there's too much of it, I don't know. I'll read it like to myself, but as far as like streaming goes, I wouldn't want to just sit there and read these long, drawn out pages of stuff, you know. Holy crap, can I pick him up? Oh man, I can pick him up. That's not very nice. I should probably put him down somewhere. Where's the garbage chute? That's not a garbage chute. Hello, camera. This is your friend. Friend. There. I won't. I did not realize I could pick him up. But I saw a little white outline, so figured I'd try to sate my nasty, morbid curiosity. Hello, camera. No witnesses. I have no idea what I picked up. Did it say what I picked up? Okay. Astral blips. Hey, I was looking for that for an upgrade. That's good. Okay, his sniper. Eliminating threats from distance. Yes, that's what all snipers do. Not change the tactics. They prefer maintain a good distance. Okay. Song questionnaire. One plays the... Why is there a big red button to play music? That's just weird. Another thing of this game, it's just got a lot of weird stuff to it. I suppose if I read all the papers, I'd probably understand a little bit more, though. But it's a lot of reading. My problem isn't so much the reading, though, but my biggest problem with all that reading is the fact that I'm not a very fast reader. So it takes me forever to read if there's like a lot of information, a lot of reading, you know, and there's a lot of reading in this game. I don't mind doing it, but I really have to sit down and just focus on the reading specifically if I want to do the reading. So I don't do a whole lot of the reading. The safe house I already went to. No? No, it is not. Okay. They all look the same. This house is weird. I do, however, need to find a control point to upgrade stuff. A lot of these blocked off walls. Oh good, this isn't the killer fungus stuff. There's a button that I can't press. Seriously? You give me a button I can't press now? Assuming it calls the elevator. That means I've already killed somebody here. Pattern. Oh, this is the... okay. Yeah, this room. Can I use them? Nope, I can't. I thought might be able to pull them out of the sky, but nope. Stop looking at me like that. Map research sector. Parakinesiology, astral exhibition, hypnosis lab, extrasensory lab, luck and probability, protective studies, synchronicity lab. Interesting. You are here. Closest is luck and probability. If this was Zelda, I would be climbing that. It's not. Ow. Couldn't just be Zelda, could you? Let me climb the vines. Oh well. That goes towards the elevator. Okay. I think I want to go down this way, though. Black rock analysis. Night action news. I almost thought it might have been like an SOS type thing, Morse code, but it's too consistent. It's not Morse code, or at least nothing I can think of. But, or it doesn't sound like Morse code. Doesn't seem like Morse code, I should say. For who among us has touched the foundations of this world and deemed them solid? Dr. Theodore Ash. That's a hell of a bathroom. Are those wipes? Huh. Ah. Let's go through the botanical gardens, why not, right? Or the bathroom. Or not. There you go, that's one way to do it. course, it'd be in the men's room, not the women's room. Equal rights, my ass. Alright, parapsychology is upstairs. Dr. Darling's office is up and to the left. Dimensional research is also up and to the left. Okay. Ooh, red wall. Oh, right, I did it 2 walls. Ah! Gravity. Don't worry, I'm coming back. Oh, another executive hiss node. What the? Oh, it's a person. Oh, it's a tree. What the? I'm a real thing, you can't move that fast. There. I'm sure I'll have paper on him too. I know these are the missions, the Rubik's Cube things. Because I've had a couple of little side missions for them too, which is actually what I just got also. These little node thingies, they unlock stuff. Yeah, like that. Now, we can get a control point.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
No, I need a control point. I'll tell you what, lady, you are no Mario. I'll tell you that. There we go. Ooh, getting a bunch of notifications. It's about that time. Ow! You're interrupting my moment. For those of you that can't see the notifications, my Final Fantasy game just pinged, so I'm going to be playing that very, 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 very soon. I just want to finish this game. I need a control point. Give me a control point. Get me another one. Get me another animal. Is it a person? Looks like a person. It is a person. It's like they're stuck in perpetual redness. Astral exhibition. Ah, control point. Nice.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Okay. Give me a control point. Astral constructs. Yay. Upgrades. Upgrade. That's what I was waiting on. Astral blips for that upgrade. 7,500. That's basically if I want to make better mods. Okay, what have I got for upgrades for this though? Construct Pierce. Pierce is precise with charged shot that penetrate armor and enemies. Okay, this is the charge one. I saw another one for this. I saw another side mission for this using the charge shot instead of spin or the other one there. Board countermeasures. Collect reward. There we go. Kill mold hosts. That thing I think has to do with those rooms that I can't destroy for whatever reason. Kill his elevated and kill his guards. Alright, I think I'll skip except that one. This one, charge maneuvers. Kill enemies with service weapon in charge mode, which I need 2 more blips for that, I guess. I don't really need to worry about this upgrade thing for now. I just need 2 more astral blips and I can get that. Alright, what was that side mission I had? I know. But now that I have a control point, load out. What's the shield strength? Energy cost. Health. I can lose 8% of my energy, but lower my energy cost for things. Or I can boost my shield, which I don't really use. I should use more often, but I don't. Evade I do use. Launch I do use. Maybe I should lower the cost of my evade just so I can do it more often. I'll leave my health boost because I like having health boosts and I like having damage boosts. So damage against enemy armor, accuracy, rate of fire, reload spin, relay 29%. Oof! I don't want to run through ammo that much faster. Eesh. Damage after a kill, projectile speed, projectile fired, recoil. Okay, missions. Oh, the timer's going down. Hiss nodes. Let me go do that one really quick. And then I think I'm going to start my Final Fantasy because I want to see how Midgar is doing in 1080 or 4K or whatever. I think it's 1080. I don't know if it has 4K compatibility or not, but alright. I have to go to the communications executive area. Communications department. To the mail room. Meanwhile, in the communications department. Ugh. Damn headphones. Hate having time limits on things. It's so depressing. But these are, you know, radio quests or whatever those quests are called, where they just keep popping up. Oh, that just reminded me of Fallout. Preston Garvey. Oh, you need another town. It needs help. Go help the town. Nobody wants to help your stupid towns, Preston. Nobody likes you. It's why you don't have any friends. That's why the Institute does so well. People is that if I have a moment to reload, I will reload if I can. But this gun has to regenerate. It doesn't want to have a reload option. Mailbag. Walk on with your psychic abilities. How do you miss? Back. Well, you know what? I am going to check on Final Fantasy. It said it was ready to use, so I'm going to go check to see if that's working. I will be back in a couple of minutes, and I shall start streaming, not screaming, well, I'll probably scream a few times, but I'm going to start streaming on some Final Fantasy VII, because it is one of my favorite Final Fantasies in the series. So I will be back in a few minutes, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, bye.